So hopefully this works a little better than Wiley's. Oh, there we go. How are you? There's Jill. Mark Colt. I am live, Steve. How are you? Eddie? All right. We don't have to do a roll call here. It's open. People are coming in. There's Charlie over on YouTube. All right. Hey, thanks, Chris. Shut up, Steve. Just shut up. You're not sorry. That's not a sincere apology. There's Dennis watching on YouTube. All right. All right. How are you? I don't really have like an opening. Honestly, I really don't. Just give everybody a minute to pop in here. If you guys don't mind retweeting the show on Twitter, I'd appreciate it. There's Nino. How are you? How's the music? Music too loud? It seems a little loud. This is a loud version of the song or section. We'll deal with it. I don't think I'm going to be doing much yelling and screaming tonight. Although I say that almost every week, and I end up yelling and screaming. So we'll see. Charlie says it's a crapshoot week. I disagree. There's Josh Bennett tuning in. Did you win the Rick Run Good WGC bracket? No, that was another Nagel. I saw that, Lance Nagel. Thanks, Steve. Oh, there you go, Nino. I saw that. Thank you very much. No relation. That guy follows me. But no relation. That is funny, though. Another Nagel out there. It's not my brother. No. I got a couple of Nagels that follow me. There's a woman, a girl on the Symetra tour. She may have gotten her LPGA card. I don't know if she's playing this week. Liz Nagel. From like Michigan. Went to Michigan State, something like that. She follows me on Twitter. And I follow her. Team Nagel. But no relation. Liz Nagel Spartan. Yes, that's right, Cap. You guys are funny. I don't know about that. I missed that comment. Oh, now my brother's there. Oh, Dick Vickers. What's up, buddy? That's a lot of comments. All right. Good commentary to start the show. Steve, I missed what you said before. Were you staying out next week on the Masters Street? Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, next week will be fun. Xander is my buddy Steve. He's so dumb. Is the Xander love affair over? Dude, I got Xander right there on the wall. Autograph, 2 Nagels Bagels. Xander Schauffele. It's my fucking guy, man. I never leave on his side. All right, I'm going to get started. I can't get caught up in all your stuff on the chat here. All right, so let's go through it. Music okay? No one said anything. All right. Shout outs. Do I have any shout outs? All right. Well, shout out Artie. and Keegan, just because I'm a nice guy. I don't want them to be upset with me. You guys know Artie does all my banners for me. I may have upset them when Keegan won the Listener League. Little tiff, we'll call it. So, I got to get back in their good graces. Artie says it's fine. I think we're fine. He says we're fine. I think we're fine. But I might have been a little rude. I mean, it's kind of like what I do here. But I might have crossed the line. It's fair. It's certainly plausible. So, I meant no disrespect. I love Artie. I consider Artie a friend of mine. I would never be disrespectful to him or his lady. May have had a little fun with her. I didn't mean anything by it. Just having a little fun. Congratulations to Keegan, who won the Lister League a couple weeks ago. Posted her trophy ball. She got a case for it. She's really happy. She earned it. She won it. Congratulations. All right. That's enough of that. I'm tired of kissing their butt. I got no show and tell. Oh, I wanted to say thanks to Oz for putting that spreadsheet together of the Listener League standings and everything else. And screw you, Josh Bennett. I am not. That's New Jersey Devils. F you. I'm tired of wearing the same hoodie every week. So I just put on a sweatshirt. You guys are unbelievable. So I want to say thank you to Oz for putting together the spreadsheet. Updated standings in the race for the bagel right here. From Artie, by the way. My good friend Artie. Very thankful for that. We have a new leader. You'll never guess who it is. You'll never guess. I bet Kim, Answer, Finau, Scotty, and Ryan Palmer. Oh, that's 5 losers. I got no show and tell, and I don't really have any announcements. So that's it. Enough of the bullshit. All right? Let's do the Listener League. We have a new leader. A new leader in the race for the bagel. But first, the winner of the Listener League last week, M. Carter 628. I think his name's Mike. I sent out his ball. He had 713 points. 0.80 if you care. He won by 14. The match play scoring is different. I don't really know how good of a lineup that is. 713 points. It seems good, but I don't know how good. I didn't compare it to like other contests. But he won by 14. He had Billy Horschel, who won. Scotty Scheffler came in second. Victor Perez came in fourth. John Rahm, asshole. He finished fifth. Patrick Reed, T28, and Siwoo Kim shook that ass to a T56. So he had 3 out of 4 in the final 4. That's pretty good. Got to hand it to him. We're going to talk about the match play in a minute. Let me just get through this. And I have a lot to say about the match play. Bobby Phelps. What's up, Bobby Phelps? I miss you, man. All right, notable top 10s. Notable top 10s. There's only a few, but we're going to go through all 10 of them. Lindros, 88-10. Flyers suck, bro. Eric Lindros. I'm wearing my Devils sweatshirt. Scott Stevens ended his career. He finished in second, though. Congratulations. Flyers fan finishing in second. I can get behind that. 25 points. Congratulations. Our new leader. And new Uh, Race for the Bagels standings leader. Kyle Dotson. That fucking ringer. Third place. He got 20 points. He leapfrogged Putt Sweat or whatever his Janice DK, whatever his freaking name is. But Kyle Dotson, true to his reputation, taking his rightful place atop the throne. Kyle Dotson is unbelievable. I can't believe Kyle Dotson has less than 100 Twitter followers. You should be following him. You should be finding out who he likes. He's so... I don't know if he's sharp, but man, he's good. He's always there. Always. Kyle Dotson. Unbelievable, that guy. J-Rod 1810 came in fourth. Congratulations, J-Rod. 15 points. What's that? C Daly? Is that C Daly? I think it's C Daly. 487? Well, I don't know who you are. Fifth place, 12 points. Congratulations. Drifters United. I know that guy. Sixth place, 9 points. Kine, 1997. Finished in seventh place, got 7 points. Nino Cardenas. Big fan. Eighth place, got 5 points on the board. Good job. C-Jax 444. Finished in ninth, got 3 points. And M-Plant 511. Finished in 10th place, he got 1 point. So heading into this week, Kyle Dotson's now the leader. Got the Masters coming up. I'm not making any changes. I think I've been asked that if I'm going to have like more entries or anything for the listener league for the Masters. I'm not. It's going to be the same 100. And, you know, no one's had a problem getting in. If you have, it's your own fault, not mine. So I want to maintain the integrity of the season long. Although I could make all 4 majors, 150 people. But maybe next year. We're baby stepping this thing. I'm keeping it 100. All right? It's hard enough to win. Add 50 more fucking ringers. We don't need to do that. All right. Listener League. Notable top 10s. All right, my week. All right, so I was pretty bad. I mean, historically bad. For a tournament that I love, and I spent like all day Monday and all day Tuesday, and most of the like I spent all like every possible minute breaking down pods. I was pretty bad. Now, going into Friday, there were a couple of scenarios I was still alive. Like I needed this guy to win, but the other guy to lose. This guy just had to win his match. And a couple of them lost in a couple of playoffs. So it could have gone either way, I'll say. But I think that's probably true for everybody. It either went your way or it didn't. Just because it went your way, does that make you smarter than me? It's debatable. Debatable. Because the guy who won the listener league had Scotty Scheffler. And if Xander makes that putt and he wins in a playoff, he didn't win the listener league. I'm not saying I would have, but things went his way. Does that make him smarter? No. If Scheffler won 5 and 4, yeah, he's smarter. But winning in a playoff or having like 4 guys win in a playoff, that's just luck, right? Yeah. Okay. So I finished 93rd in the listener league. It's hard to do. I plummeted in the Junkies League because they do the scoring based on your Draftkings points. And the winner had like 700 points, and I had 300. So I'm like 100th in that. It's going to be a big hill to climb to get back into that. Carbon Cup, I've dropped down to like 68th. One and done, I'm still okay. Nobody really cashed a huge check in the one and done. It wasn't like everybody was on Horschel. John Rahm was the most popular guy. My dad had Rahm. And he won like 300 grand or I don't know. But Xander won like 100 grand. So everybody made it wasn't insignificant. So I'm still cashing Mayo's one and done. I'm 438th. I'm 151st, and Josh is one and done. So I'm not dead yet. I got 4 majors. I got a lot of big time stuff coming up. But I would never have taken a Horschel or a Kuchar or Perez or a Scheffler, maybe Scheffler, in a match play. But you see guys like make big runs in these tournaments that aren't marquee guys. But is this year an anomaly or is this like a trend? Because I remember I had Bill Haas one year. My daughter's here. That's great. That's what I need. What was I saying? One year I had Bill Haas, and he made the Final Four. And he wasn't a notable guy at the time. Like, he wasn't a top 10 player. So maybe that's the play at match play. Don't burn a top 10 player. You got those Kisners, and I don't know if Bubba was top 10 the year he won, but Kisner and Kuchar and Sergio and Kevin Na and those guys, those second level ball strikers. All right. What time is it? We got time. I don't have a lot for the Valero, to be quite honest with you. And if you're disappointed in that, I'm sorry. I just want to talk about the match play. This is my favorite tournament. And I was off, but I wasn't that off. I mean, I was that off. But in hindsight, really wasn't that bad. All right? Because Xander could have won his pod. That hurt. That freaking hurt. I mean, such a waste of a good rant. It really was good. I went back and I watched it, and I was so right about that. And it's hard to go back and say I was so right about that when clearly I was wrong. But I really feel that I was right. And he got down early to Andy Sullivan, started getting the tweets. Guys are so stupid, tweeting me on a Wednesday morning when Xander goes 2 or 3 down to Andy Sullivan. He came back, got a half. He was lucky to get a half. He could have won. Sullivan made a great par in 18. He could have won that match. Xander could have. I'll take the half. Beat up on Jason Day. Never a doubt. And I knew it would come down to a Scheffler match. And Xander jumps out early. Had a chance to go 3 up and missed a 7-foot putt. God damn it. I needed that 7-foot putt. And Scheffler goes nuts on the back, makes a couple of birdies, takes the lead. And then this is where you idiots don't understand. Xander's down 1 on 18, needs to make a 9-footer to extend the match. Oh, he chokes under pressure. He can't handle it and freaking drains it to force extra holes. And then, of course, on the first hole, misses a putt to win the match. And then Scheffler makes a birdie on the second hole, and we're going home. But gosh darn it, we should have won that freaking thing. I wanted that Rahm match. I wanted it. You can't tell me Xander couldn't make a run to the final. Scheffler did. Xander could have. Victor Perez made a run to the final. Kuchar made a run. Billy Horschel made a run. You tell me Xander couldn't do it? Of course he could have. I guess anyone technically could have. I understand that. But that hurt. That hurt bad. It was a waste of a good rant. I put a nice chunk on Xander. My brother chipped in, put a nice chunk on Xander. It would have been epic. Now, my brother texted me. He said, you are usually a week early. And I'm like, bro, I'm freaking clinging to that right now. Clinging. But we'll see. We'll see about next week. But that hurt. Fitzpatrick could have advanced if Corey Connors could have beat Spieth, which is kind of funny because everybody's playing Corey Connors this week. Not over Spieth. Maybe they're playing them together. But Fitzpatrick, he could have won that. Hovland had no chance. And did I tell you Kevin Streelman might have been trouble? Mr. Travelers, did I not say that on last week's show? I did. I was right about that. See, like the only thing I was right about. Kevin Streelman. I knew that was trouble. Sung Jae just needed to win his match on Friday to advance. He lost. Brendan Todd had a chance to get into a playoff. He lost. Taylor Gooch was pretty bad. You know, you got to take a chance with the fourth guy in the pod. I took Taylor Gooch. It didn't work out. But JT Poston was in the mix. He lost, I think, in a playoff. I picked him to win his pod. Ryan Palmer was in a playoff to beat Rahm. Cantlay lost in a playoff. I think Reed lost in a playoff. Did Reed lose to Bubba in a playoff or before that? I'm not sure. But man, I'm just looking at the brackets. I went through it before. I guess we don't have to do it now. But a lot of 2s and 3s in each bracket won. A couple of 4s, a couple of 1s. But a lot of 2s and 3s. Again, we don't know if it's a trend or if that's going to be commonplace. Just throw out the 1 seeds. There's only 1 or 2 of them might advance. We'll see. Just wait till we get the next year's bracket. Right? Okay. Enough of that. All right, so let's talk about the Texas Open. Reed got smoked by Neiman. Yeah, and then what? Bubba beat somebody in a playoff? Was that Bubba? Bubba beat Neiman? Yeah, Answer. Yeah, that was a shock to see. Answer win and then lose. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Ruby, shut up. Shut up. I'm not dealing with your shit today. All right. All right, so that's enough. I'm not done. I'm not done with the match play. All right, let's talk about Texas. All right? All right, so I've been bad, right? For like a month now. Even actually all season long, I've been bad. I've had a couple of outrights. Hit a couple one and dones, but crafting a team, I've been terrible. I'll be the first to admit it. Hand up. So Friday was pretty devastating for me. Now, you may not believe it, and you may mock me, and you may think it's all bullshit, but I'm telling you, I was crushed. Crushed. I slammed my coffee table. I turned my phone off. I took a walk around the block. I was questioning a lot. Why am I letting this affect me so much? This is a problem. And it's not really a financial, like, gambling thing. Although I don't know enough about gambling addiction, I guess, to know if that's, like, part of it. Because it's not financial. It's not like... It's not financial. I don't know how else to say. I wasn't pissed off because I lost the money. It's like a... And it's... I also don't know enough of... I'm not a psychologist. I also don't know enough about mental health to know why it's bothering me so much. It's just a game, right? Who cares? At the end of the day, who cares? Well, I cared. I cared way too much. There was a thought where I was like, you know what? Maybe I won't even do a show for the Texas Open. I'll come back and I'll do a show for the Masters. But you know what? That's taking it way too seriously. It's not that serious. There's no reason for me not to do a show tonight. So I'm here. But I had the thought. That's the point. I had the thought. And I sent out a tweet and I didn't really get great responses. Like, I was serious when I said, like, has it ever, like, a loss, like, affected you in a way that is not normal for regular people? I shouldn't be throwing things and walking around the block and not wanting to talk to anybody and being pissed off at work the next morning because Xander Schauffele lost to Scotty Scheffler. I mean, that's fucking lunacy. And I know it's lunacy, so I need to, like, get out in front of this. But I don't want it to affect the show. And I know when I get all worked up, people seem to find that very entertaining. And you're here with me for the wins, so I got to deal with the losses. I understand all that. But something has to change. So I tried something new this week. Monday, I happened to be off from work on Monday. And I had the pricing, and I had to find a spreadsheet. Tim Frank totally screwed the community. Although thanks to Tim Frank for helping me all these years. But now I got to go somewhere else to get my spreadsheets. Anyway, so I had my spreadsheet. I had the Draftkings pricing, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I don't know what you guys are saying. I might have to go back and read it. I'm going to make my lineup. I'm going to put my bets in, and I am not going to tweak my lineup. This is the lineup that I'm going to war with. It's probably going to lose anyway. I don't need to overthink it on Tuesday. I don't need to tweak it on Wednesday. I don't have to worry about ownership or anything else. I'm just going to put my lineup in, and it's just going to sit there. Will it lose? Probably. Probably a solid 5 out of 6, just like every week. And I'm just going to let it play out. Let's see what happens. I was in a rut. I guess it was 2019. And what I did was that week, I remember I just turned all the podcasts off. I didn't read anything. I just did what I wanted to do, and I wasn't swayed or convinced or anything. And I had a decent week. Now, I did listen to all my friends, and I did take in all the content, and I have a lot of Nancy and Accounting's picks. I do. And it's troublesome. And I would change that. But this week, I'm not going to change that. Just a little social experiment to see what's happening. So maybe the community has a huge week. Who knows? Or maybe we're all just big fat losers. Nobody knows. Nobody knows anything. All I know is that I'm not going to let it ruin my day or my night. And I'm not going to walk around the block. And I'm not going to hang up the phone. And I'm not going to yell at my coworkers, leave me the fuck alone. Like a fucking psychopath. I'm not going to do that. Well, I might do that because they deserve it. But it won't be because Xander lost a match to Scotty Scheffler in March in a tournament nobody cares about besides us. Because I am not a psychopath. I'm just going to let it play out. All right? All right. Thanks for listening. So as I go through my lineup, I will let you know, I know that I have some chalky guys. I'm well aware. I do not need you to tell me. I know they are. But I'm not switching. Because what I do in the past, I switch and I lose. Or I have been losing. So we're going to stick with it. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I really am. But you're going to like it. All right, so Texas Open. I didn't know, don't really remember what was so important with this golf course. And like I said, I didn't wait to hear all the stuff. This is all on Monday. So what I did, I went back and I watched my broadcast from 2019. Really, it wasn't bad. Got to be honest with you. It's a good show. I liked Siwoo Kim, who was leading after day 1, day 2, and day 3. And I remember I took my daughter and her friend to an ice skating rink think it was an ice rink over in Montclair. Maybe it might have been it was an ice rink. And I'm sitting there on my phone watching Siwoo totally collapse and Corey Connors win on that Sunday. So I had 5 out of 6 that week. I finished like 23rd. But a 5 or 6 lineup, I finished 23rd in the Gup Cup that week. Siwoo Kim, T4. Lucas Glover, T14. Jim Furyk, T23. Vegas, T30. Matt Jones, remember him? T30. And for some godforsaken reason, and I went back and watched my own show just to get an explanation. For some reason, I rostered Jonathan Bird, who I have no idea who that is. Well, he missed the cut, literally. But I had 5 guys in the top 30, including 1 guy in the top 5. My one and done in 2018, I had Adam Scott, Aussies in Texas. Adam Scott, he missed the cut that week. So, Aussies in Texas? Maybe not. 2019, I had Glover and Furyk, T14, T23. But listen, that week, that was the week before the Masters, the week before me and my brother and my dad went to Augusta. And I still got a solid 5 out of 6 through. But if you look at that lineup, Siwoo Kim, Lucas Glover, Jim Furyk, Matt Jones, what do those guys have in common? Those are ball-striking bastards, man. The theme 2 years ago was you want good iron players with a decent short game. It might get windy, and greens are hard to hit, and the par 5s aren't gimmies. So good wedge players, the short knockers would do all right here. Hence, Jim Furyk with a good short game in case they do miss the green. Got to be able to save par. It's a hard golf course. It's one of the hardest golf courses on tour. These are all the things I said 2 years ago. And I listened to everything this week. Pretty much, that's what everyone's saying. Might be windy. You got your, so I was looking at ball striking bastards, good short game. You want good scramblers, obviously. The weather might be a factor. Oh, that's another thing. People talking about a wind split and morning waves, afternoon waves. No, screw that. I don't care. I ain't changing nothing. I'm keeping my lineup. Whether my guys get blown out to sea or not, I don't care. You may or may not know this, but this the Valero Texas Open is in Texas, and people seem to be leaning towards golfers with Texas roots or Aussies. Although I don't think there's a lot of Aussies in this field. That's just the thing, Aussies in Texas. Oh, Cam Davis. Never mind. Strike that comment from the record. All right, we're good. Plenty of time. Oh, I got a clock right there. Idiot. I keep looking for the clock. I got clocks all over the place. All right. Steve, I saw your comment. Learn to laugh shit off. You don't understand. That's the problem. My brother understands. All right? My brother understands. He knew not to text me for 2 days. Now, is that healthy? Probably not. But he understands. These losses are devastating. You might have a favorite team. It's not a gambling thing. You might have a favorite team, whether it be the Mets or the Yankees or the Giants or the Jets or the Devils or the Rangers or the Knicks. You get your team is in a spot like one of those, like a devastating playoff loss. Those things, they fucking stick with you for years. You don't forget those losses. You can't just let it. I don't know why it is, but you just can't. I can't just it's just a game. There are certain things. I don't care about a lot of things anymore as much as I used to. The Mets and the Giants and those teams suck, and I don't care. Xander's the only thing I have. The guy hasn't won in 2 years. And I've become the poster boy for the Xander Schauffele fan club. And I need him to fucking win a tournament. So, yeah, I get upset. If you don't understand, I can't really explain it to you. You either get it or you don't. So you don't get it. That's fine. Yeah, just let it go. Who cares? What's the big deal? The show's not important to me. No. I love not having any goddamn credibility. I got a reputation. It's a bullshit reputation, but I want to have a reputation. You understand? And I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I just need the backup. Now, a win next week changes everything, and it's fine. I just need that first one. I keep saying I'm not that selfish. But anyway, you either get it or you don't. And now I'm sweating. Ruvi, I've told you, be quiet. Zip it, all right? I'm not dealing with you tonight. I already have enough on my plate. Listen, I would have been here regardless. If I got the Elite Eight match that I wanted and I lost, I would have been here for it. I welcomed it. I welcomed all of it last week. I was ready. I was ready for it. But I'm just as crushed as the loss to Scheffler that I am with the non-match, or I would have, well, no, that would have been worse. But Scheffler played great. I mean, what are you going to do? Xander battled. He played awful that Sullivan match. He battled back. Day kind of threw up all over himself. He had Scheffler beat, and he let him off the hook, and he ended up losing. What are you going to do? All right, can we move on, please? Thank you. All right, we're moving on. Zip it. All right, so whether DJ was in this field or not, I'm picking Jordan Spieth. Now, most of this year, I've been giving Spieth a lot of crap. He had one good tournament. It's like, okay, well, let's just wait and see. Then he had another good tournament. It's like, okay, well, let's just wait and see. Then he had another good tournament. And now, next thing you know, he's got 4 top 10s. So clearly, he found something. And his driving numbers are good. And his iron play is excellent. And I'm going into this week saying I want a good iron player who's got a decent short game. I mean, it's pretty freaking obvious. If Jordan Spieth's hitting his irons well, I mean, what are we doing here? Oh, and here's a fun fact. Jordan Spieth went to the University of Texas. You may not have heard that. Texas guy. So I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Whether DJ was in this field or not, it seems like it's kind of like, yeah, it's time. It's time. You know, match play is goofy. He never really plays well at the players. But he showed enough, and this is a great spot, and he's going to win. He's going to win. And I watched his press conference yesterday, and he had the quote. So a reporter asked him, any chance of like a look ahead to next week and maybe this week not mattering so much? I'm paraphrasing, but basically talk about the look ahead spot. And Jordan just was like, no. It's like, the only way to prepare for next week is to win this week. He talked about how he just needs to clean up some shots in his short game and his putting. You know what that means? That means he is totally comfortable with his off the tee game and his iron game. He's fucking dialed in. He's not worried about his driver. He's not worried about his irons. Just got to clean up, some short game shots, some chipping and some putting. He said that. This isn't me. This is Jordan Spieth saying that. And if that's the case, I mean, it's there. I mean, it's there. It's a little lower level. It's not so much of an elite field. He's the guy. He's the guy. Sometimes you just see it coming. You see it coming. Everyone wants to bet him next week. He might probably screw them and win this week. Well, I'm here for it. Now, his ownership's pretty high. Normally in this case, if it was the old me, would have pivoted off of Spieth and taken Hideki. Because I know in my head, if you're going to tell me Corey Connors can win here, you can't tell me Hideki can't win here. Good iron player, shitty putter. That's Corey Connors. And Hideki's a better around the green player than Corey Connors is. And he's like, Spieth is triple the ownership of Hideki. Like, that's the play. If you want to be sharp, that's the play. I don't want to be sharp. I'm picking Jordan Spieth. But I know Hideki's a great play. Hideki's 11, Spieth's 24. Especially if the wind blows and it's a low-scoring event. I don't know who said it, but Hideki's good in those, kind of like Tommy Fleetwood. 8, 9 under, Hideki's there. If it gets to 15, 16, it's a little too high. So we'll see. But Hideki's live, in my opinion. I'm not playing him. I'll pick a Spieth. I think the narrative around Scheffler being tired is dumb. Yeah, it's possible he's tired, but he was off the week before the match play. And he's playing he's young. I don't think playing golf wiped him out. I really don't. He played an extra match 5 days ago. Who cares? 3 days ago. He'll be fine. I'm taking Spieth over Scheffler on merit. On merit. And Finau, whatever. Again, Spieth versus Finau. I'm going to take Spieth in all those matchups. Take a Spieth. So that wipes out the $10,000 range. All right, moving on. $9,000 range. You have Corey Connors, the 25% owned, highest on the entire slate, who I believe Jordan Spieth beat down on Friday. Yet everyone likes Connors more than they like Spieth. I mean, it writes itself. It writes itself. That's Nancy the accounting right there. Oh, Corey Connors. Ball striking bastard. Yeah. Just lost to Spieth. Got killed. Ryan Palmer, 24% owned. It's a little high. It's my dad's one and done pick. Texas guy. Don't know if you've heard. I don't really know what's going on with this range. I really don't. So you go through this pricing. You start with Finau and work your way down. Once you get to Cameron Tringali, it's like, okay, stop. Stop. There's 7 guys above Cameron Tringali. I'm sure Cameron Tringali is a lovely human being. He's a nice Christian guy. I'm sure he's great. If Cameron Tringali walked into my living room right now, I would not recognize him. I wouldn't say, oh my God, look, it's Cameron Tringali. No. I don't know why he's 9,300. I don't know why people are playing him. I've heard him picked as one and done. My boy Steve, not you, Sierra, another guy named Steve. I think Pat Mayo likes him as his one and done. I don't understand it. I do not want to besmirch your picks. It must be like a model stats numbers thing. I can't assume that. But Cameron Tregali's never done anything in his life on a golf course. I don't understand. I just don't get it. So anyone under Cameron Tregali pricing-wise, I kind of like have a hard time taking seriously. But maybe Tregali's just priced incorrectly. I mean, it's Cameron Tregali. I can't be the only one that thinks this. It's Cameron Tregali. Who? I'm sure he's a nice guy. Nice Christian guy from the South, and he's boys with some of those other guys, and he's great. I'm sure of it. But we're talking about competing at a high level in a golf tournament. No, what are we doing? Anyway, I guess I am besmirching those picks, and I apologize. What the hell do I know? Nobody knows anything, including me. I don't even want to talk about Abe Answer. I don't like Abe Answer. I know Charlie loves Abe Answer, maybe not this week, but Abe Answer, in my opinion, is soft. Abe Answer, in my opinion, is not very clutch. He misses a lot of short putts, and I'm sick and tired of hearing about him until he does something. I'm sick and tired of hearing about him. So I'm not on Abe Answer. Charlie Hoffman. Where the hell is Charlie Hoffman? I like Charlie Hoffman. I did a good thing, faded him as my pick last week. It was a one-and-done pick. Vegas finished like 18th, which wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It was better than Charlie Hoffman. I think Rio should have been the pick, but Rio wasn't going to win. That's the only problem. Vegas at least had a theory could have won. Oh, thanks, Gio. Thanks for seconding me on that. Tregali is a great T40 play, says Charlie. I don't want T40s. I want T5s. Brendan Steele. I happen to like Brendan Steele a lot. Nice guy. Follow him at the Travelers. I just don't really love this range. Well, I like one guy. I like Matt Kuchar. Now listen. I know I'm a bit of a sheep for a press conference or an interview. I really get sucked in. And I didn't see a lot of the match play during the week, but after Kuchar waxed, whether it was Kisner or might have been Justin Thomas, and he kept talking about his coach, like crazy. Talking about his coach. Oh, I've been really want to thank my coach, Bob. Really been working well together. I finally feel like myself again. Things are really starting to come together. And it made sense. And he played great. I mean, he dusted Justin Thomas, the best player in the world, in my opinion. Killed him. And he's coming in. Nobody seems to like him. I don't know if it's because he made it to the finals, so they're worried he's old and needs rest. Maybe his numbers aren't great because he's been shitty all year, but it sounds like he's fixed them. And he's got a good course history here. He's in 8 appearances. He's never missed the cut. Listen to this. 13th, 22nd, 4th, 15th, 42nd, 40th, 51st, 7th. Okay, a couple of those aren't great. But a 7th, a 4th, a 13th, I'd take any one of those right now. And he's 5% owned. Kuchar might be back. I also think, people are like, let's see what Kuchar does this week. And then, he's a lock at Augusta. Let me tell you, he's not a lock at Augusta. Because guess who had him at Augusta last in November and he missed the cut on the number? Yeah, this guy. Of course he did. Of course. But I'm going to catch Kuchar a week early. I like it. I like that one. And he's 5% owned. I'm going to play a 5% Matt Kuchar or a 17% Cameron Tregali or a 23% Charlie Hoffman. What are we talking about here? Is that what do you guys call that? Game theory? Some bullshit? Come on. Game theory 101. These guys are all the same. We're all the same. Pick your own losers. $8,000 range. This is where it gets really Nancy and accounting-ish for me. I played Chris Kirk. I went through my lineup. I like Spieth. I like Kuchar. And I looked in the eights, so I go, who do I like in the eights? It's like, oh, you know what? I played Chris Kirk at Honda a couple weeks ago. That's another thing. Comp courses, people throwing out the Safeway out there because you have some match winners. Listen, I hear difficult golf course, might be windy, need a good ball striker with a decent short game. Kind of reminds me of Concession and Honda. I don't know why we're talking about the Safeway where there's like no rough and it's open, and I don't understand. I don't think that's the case. So I was just thinking like, oh, well, that sounds like Honda. I played Chris Kirk at Honda a couple weeks ago, finished like 25th. He was up there for a little while, kind of tumbled. I like Chris Kirk. He's playing well. I'm going to go with Chris Kirk. Now, I did not know that everybody in the freaking world was going to play Chris Kirk. And yet, I am not changing my pick. The old me would probably switch to like a Lanto here. Somebody like that. Maybe an Adam Hadwin fall into that trap one more time. You know, Hadwin won the Valspar. That's a tight track. That's a hard golf course where the short game and iron play is important. But I said, no, I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with Chris Kirk. And I played him over Si Woo shaking that ass, who I had last time. And he finished fourth. Cam Davis. In my mind, Cam Davis has no short game whatsoever. These par fives are not very scoreable. And I think Cam Davis is in over his head. I think this golf course might be too hard for him. He might be an excellent player, but I want him on a birdie fest, and I don't think this is going to be a birdie fest. I know he's Aussie. I know it might be windy, but I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. I would never play Zach Johnson or Keegan. Joel Damon, got to give credit to Joel Damon. I might have to take an L on that. It's possible. Still on the fence about taking that L. I really didn't think Joel Damon would win with this PXG contract, but it's not the full bag. It's just the irons, which are pretty important. Not gonna lie. It's not like he's just playing a. It's not like he's just playing a 3-wood. He did make a comment about he had some equipment issues, and that's why he missed like the first 5-6 cuts of the year. But congratulations to Joel Damon. It's kind of shitty that the event he wins is like half the purse or half the pot of winning a not opposite field event. $500,000 is still a good week, but I don't know. Why not Keegan? I saw that, Dick Vickers. I just don't like Keegan Bradley. Normally, you can make the case, like I said with Hideki and Corey Connors, ball striker bastard who can't putt, can win here. That's Keegan. I understand. I get that. He's 14% owned. It's high. Anytime you're double digits with Keegan Bradley, that's trouble usually. So I like Chris Kirk. I just remember when I played Chris Kirk a couple weeks ago, he was a good approach player. He was a good around the green player. He's in good form. He's got a decent history here. It was just, that was the play for me. And I was very, I can't think of a word. It was very important for me this week to not flip-flop, waver, change my mind. I needed to get some clarity in my head. And knowing that I wasn't going to change my lineup, knowing I wasn't going to change my lineup provides me with clarity. I just want to see what happens. Just so you guys know, Charlie's picking Ricky. What do you call it? Flyer week or something like that? I don't see it. I'm finally playing Jordan Spieth after 6 weeks of sustained play. Like, that's what I would need before I even consider jumping on Ricky. Guy's lost. Can see him top 20. Dick Vickers, if you want to play Keegan Bradley, by all means, play Keegan Bradley. I'm not going to tell you not to. Play whoever you want. Play what you want to play. That's what I'm doing. I'm not tailing anybody's picks. I'm picking my own losers. Words to live by. So, yeah, I don't really like anybody else there. Aaron Wise is a little interesting. He was leading the Honda by 6 shots. He won in Texas. The Byron Nelson. That's his only win. And when he was leading Honda, I was like, man, Aaron Wise in the win, that might be a thing. I think he's low owned. Yeah, he's like 8% owned. That might be a good play. But again, I'm sticking with Chris Kirk. All right, in the 7s. Let's try to wrap this up here. Crapshoot week, that's what he said. Let's see here. $7,000 range. I also have the chalkiest guy in this range. It's a little frightening. My theory for years has always been find the chalk, cross those guys off. And now I have like 3 of them. So it is a little concerning. I may, in fact, be a fish. I might be a fish this week. But maybe I cash a lineup. Sometimes those guys play well. At the top of the 7s, you got Ryan Moore at 12% owned and HV3 at 11% owned. This is the tournament that I got introduced to HV3. I remember it well. He finished like 5th or 6th. This is going back 5 years, maybe 6 years, whatever year it was. And I'm like, oh, who's this guy? Hey, he's strutting down the fairway, big smile. Everybody seemed to love him. Oh, this guy's a great personality. He ended up finishing like 5th. And he became like a very, very popular pick the next week, whatever it was. It wasn't the week before the Masters. And he totally bombed out. I think that's why I've always had it in for HV3. That might have been the only like top 5 of his career in like a non-swing season event. I'd have to like confirm that. He may have one other one or top 10, whatever it is. I just don't understand the fascination with the guy. I really don't. So good luck with that. Good luck with all that. CH3 Grace, Willett Wallace, Munoz, Putnam, Woodland. Sebastian Munoz. And I'd be careful with some of these guys if you're thinking like par 5 scoring. Par 5 scoring is not easy on this golf course. It's not like you're going to have gimme putts for eagle, gimme birdies. So the whole bomber narrative is just a little, be careful. Just be careful. Benny on. Eric Van Rooyen. That's another guy on my shit list. I don't like that guy at all. He's wearing girl pants. I support women's golf. I'm a big fan. But you don't have to wear the pants. Put some freaking pants on, EVR. You look like a freaking idiot. People like Sam Ryder. For a long time, I didn't know the difference between Sam Ryder and Sam Burns. And we're kind of getting to the point where Sam Ryder's approaching like Sam Burns ownership. I know he might have had a good couple of decent tournaments. Sam Ryder's always good in these like island, coastal golf courses. I remember looking it up for like Puerto Rico or Punta Cana. I'm like, oh, look at Sam Ryder. All over the map. Mayakoba, Punta Cana, kind of like Rio. So maybe he's good in the wind. Not for me. At 10% owned. I like Doug Gim. Now, I told you, when I structured my lineup, I started with Spieth. I said, listen, I'm playing Spieth, I'm playing Kuchar, and I'm playing Chris Kirk. And then we're going to go from there. And then I know I had to go down into the 7s. I'm like, all right, I'm going to play these 2 guys. Those are my guys. Now let's see how much money I had left over. And I had like 7,300. And I saw Doug Gim sitting there. I'm like, oh, I just played Doug Gim somewhere. Where was it? At the time, I didn't remember where or when. But I played Gim at the didn't I play Doug Gim? Oh, I played him at Pebble Beach for his T21. Oh, I didn't play him in Florida. I thought I did. All right, my bad. But was it his last 3 starts? He's 36, 29th, and a missed cut. What was it? The Players he was like he played with JT? Yeah, it was the Players. He shot 105 on Sunday. Players was a hard golf course. Well, at least on Thursday. Oh, you may not know this. Doug Gim, Texas guy. Little fun fact. How about that nugget? Can't get that anywhere else. Now, he's 14% owned. He's the highest owned guy in the $7,000 range. It's usually trouble. This is usually the what the hell are you thinking type pick. Why is everybody playing Doug Gim? But you know what? Doug Gim's pretty good. He's not Cameron Tringali. He's not Matthew Neesmith. He's like a real player. He was in one of the last groups on a Sunday at the Players. Where's Cameron Tringali? Was he even in that tournament? So I'm playing Doug Gim. Again, I have a lot of notes, a lot of nuggets on him. Oh, I didn't even tell you about Chris Kirk. Yeah, I did. He's got 2 top 10s here and a 13th. He's got an 8th place and a 25th in his last 3. All right, enough of that. So I ended up with Doug Gim just because of the salary I had left. The first guy I went to was Harry Higgs. Now, I did not know that everybody was going to play Harry Higgs. I didn't know that everybody was going to bet Harry Higgs. I've been on Harry Higgs for the last couple of weeks. Nobody played him at the Players. I was on a Harry Higgs island. And then maybe 1 or 2 people played him at the, what was after the Players? Oh, at the Honda. Maybe. Oh, but now, holy shit. Two decent starts, and now all of a sudden, everybody's on Harry Higgs. All right. You can have Harry Higgs. I'm not changing. I like Harry Higgs. I've been playing Harry Higgs. I'm a huge fan. I hope Harry Higgs is the first professional golfer I have as a guest on this show. Oh, yeah. Big time. Love Harry Higgs. Now, everyone's taking him. Nobody had him at the Players. I promise you that. Oh, fun fact. Harry Higgs, Texas guy. You may not have heard that. You can't get that. You can't get this type of information anywhere. All right? Doing the research for you. Harry Higgs, Texas guy. He's like 13% owned. I got 2 of the chalkiest guys here. Now, I got Kuchar at 5%, and I probably need Kuchar to like top 5 to differentiate. It's on the table. But I also have one other guy who I have not heard once. Makes me wonder if he's even in the field. He is in the field. I played him here last year, and he finished 14th 2 years ago. This is a guy, he's a ball-striking bastard. He's good around the green. Now, he can get up. He may not be able to get down. Great iron player who's a bad putter. Have we talked about that enough? We have. I'm playing a 2% owned Lucas Glover. I think I glove you. All right? Last 3 starts, 66th. Not great, but not a miscut. 48th. Again, not great, but not a miscut. 19th. Oh, we're finding something now. We're trending up. We're going in the right direction. 66, 48, 19th. One more top 20, Lucas. That's all we're asking for. I think I glove you. one more at 2% owned. You know what? Even if you feel like it, hop into the top 10 with Matt Kuchar. Give me a chance with Spieth winning this thing. So Spieth's my one and done. The Texas Open's ranked 18th out of 32 tournaments, or 36 if you count the opposite field events. So it's like halfway. Well, DJ's out. I already played Finau, who's ranked 13th in the world. Scotty Scheffler's ranked 22nd. So that, on paper, that should be the play. Ryan Palmer's 26th. That's my dad's pick. Abe Answer's 31st. Corey Connors is 41st in the world. So Scheffler, Palmer, Answer, they're the play. Spieth's 53. And I'm going for it. Take it, Spieth. Because you put Spieth up against any of these other guys, I like Spieth. I feel like he feels like he's been in contention a couple of times. He was in contention at Waste Management. He was in contention at Pebble Beach. He's been hovering. Last couple of groups, getting those feels back. It's been a long time since he's been playing in a final group. And now it's time to contend on Sunday and actually close it out going into the Masters. And I think he's going to do it. And it seems too easy. It was kind of puzzling to me that no one seemed to. I mean, people like Spieth. He's high owned. But in terms of picks to win, it just hasn't been like a runaway, like, oh my God, it's obvious. This is like Jordan's going to win. Doesn't it seem like it just seems obvious to me that Jordan's going to win? He's been contending. He's there. It's like DJ left. He's got to deal with Finau and Scheffler. And like, he's going to win. Cameron Tringale's going to beat him? That would be funny. After all the shit I talked. Charlie, the Fowler and Spieth in the final group. Jordan knocks Ricky out of the Masters. How'd that sound? All right. He's not 2%. Coach, I don't know what your problem is. I really don't. You should DM me and we should talk. Just there is something wrong. You need to explain to me like your tone or what your mood or what you're trying to do. Because you seem to be combative of everything that I say or every thought that I have. And I don't understand why, Coach. I don't get it. All right. So we have Spieth, Kuchar, Chris Kirk, Doug Gim, Lucas Glover, and Harry Higgs. Do not dip below 7,000. Don't really like anybody down there. Maybe Snedeker, but there's no point. There's no point. Why go below 7? Doesn't make any sense. You got Kevin Tringale priced in the 9s, so you're going to dip below 7. All right. Yes, Coach, I'm talking to you. Coach, Charlie says hello. Nagels, ready? Hi, Keegan. My ownership numbers, courtesy of FanShare, they're usually pretty good. Now, I will say this about the ownership numbers. It may not, I don't know what contest or how many people are in the contest that they are projecting their ownership for. I should probably find that out. It's not going to be the ownership like in our listener league, but maybe like the $5 or the $15. I don't know specifically, but they're usually pretty close. I play in a lot of different contests, and the ownership for even the listener league and the like a $2 winner take all or the $1 winner take all or the $15, like it's usually pretty, it's close enough. Close enough. Thanks, Ross. Steve, you can get on Draftkings right now. You don't have to wait till next year, you idiot. But yeah, Fanshare. I go to Fanshare. Big supporters of the show. I'm working on another one. I'm working on it. I need a spreadsheet. I have I got multiple spreadsheets from multiple people this week. A lot of them are like way too complicated for my bird brain. All I really want is recent form and course history. You start throwing stats into the mix, my head's going to start to explode. I'm very methodical in my process, and I can't handle too much information. You start throwing stats in there, forget it. I'll never be able to pick a team, ever. So I stay away from it. No, I have no love for AXABT. He gets his clothes from EVR. Freaking idiot. You're a professional golfer, for Christ's sake. You're lucky enough to be a professional golfer, and you're walking around there in women's pants. What are you doing? You're not cool. You're not cool. You look like a schmuck. Total schmuck. And I stand by that, and I'm not going to change it. And if, God forbid, Xander ever showed up in those pants, yes, I'd have a major, major, major problem with it. Anyway. All right. Yeah, good luck with that pick, Charlie. All right, so the show's over. Spieth one and done. The 6 guys that I named, I bet them all. We'll see what happens. Hoping for a green screen finally this week. Thanks for watching. If you could retweet, any like Nagel stuff that you see on Twitter, I would appreciate that. I don't like to promote. I'll put it out there once, but I want people to. It's not word of mouth if it's coming from the mouth. You understand? I want it to come from you guys. Hey, check this guy out. He makes me laugh. Oh, I watch this guy every week. You should listen to him. Anything. I don't like getting up in people's shit. It's not my style. All right? Tommy Power. Cameron Tringale has not won up to this point. He's not going to start winning now. I don't understand that. Someone's going to have to explain it to me. It has to be stat-oriented. But your eyes should tell you otherwise. It's Cameron Tringale. Unless it's like, is he going to be the new Harris English? All of a sudden, he's going to elevate himself to a point where he becomes a real player and contends and wins tournaments? I don't think he's that guy. He's just a flavor of the week. We get flavors of the week every week. All right? All right. Anybody have any questions? Any comments? Concerns? Suggestions? Anything? Or can I go? Anybody want to talk about anything? It is a crapshoot week, Charlie. You're right. Oh, you know what I'll do? Here. I'll show that right there. Burns by 5? I don't think so. What about Tringale? Yeah, see, all you need to know about Cameron Tringale is that Chad, the world's greatest square, plays Tringale and bets Tringale every freaking week. That's all you need to know. Thanks, Dennis. I appreciate that. That's what Dennis said. See, I could just click. Tringale is good at golf. They're all good at golf. Latest event will be better than the Texas Open. Yo, I'm taping the Anwa on Saturday. I'm going to watch that on Sunday morning. Coach, how's my setup? Good show. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Jake. Appreciate that. Chad, you know you freaking love Cameron Tringale. You just said it. You don't bet him every week. That's not what you do. You freaking love Cameron Tringale. You're the biggest square. You're the biggest and best square in the industry. That's why. Tringale is the next burger. What's up with Periscope? Periscope is gone. It's Twitter Live now. That's why I'm on YouTube. And hopefully I'm on Twitter. Tringali is the next Burger. Boring but effective. Oh, bullshit. Burger was a big deal coming out of college. I don't even know where Tringali went to college. Big fan of Chad. I like him because he's a good person, does mission trips. I mentioned that. I mentioned that he's a nice Christian boy. I did. I'm aware. But I've never seen him like finish top 10 in a freaking golf tournament in my life. If you walked in my living room right now, I wouldn't know who he is. You noticed that, Keegan, huh? Yeah, I was a bit of a mess. I'm a bit of a mess tonight. I need a haircut. I'm going to look fresh for next week. All right, big show next week. Nagel, who is your 6K dart throw this week? I don't really have one. My 6K dart throw. The only guy that may have got my attention was like Snedeker. But you don't need why would you need a 6K dart throw? You don't need one. He was Max Homa before Max Homa on Twitter. Chicks dig me. Don't you guys forget it. All right? Chicks dig me. All right? JT is going to win the Masters. Feels right. We'll see about that. My dad's taking Ryan Palmer, who I think is a Texas guy. I don't know if you've heard that anywhere. Tringali does follow me. Well, I'm not going to say anything. Tringali does follow me. He does. I don't know why. That doesn't make him Max Homa. And that doesn't mean Tringali is going to win Riviera. Like, what are we talking about here? My brother's got a beard, Keegan, but he's about to have a baby and happily married. See, I bet Jordan and Hideki because of you. Thanks. Well, thank me on Sunday, Steve. Don't thank me now. That's my boy Steve right there. We used to work together. We became like gambling soulmates. He had nobody in the office to talk sports with except me. My dad is smart. Thank you very much. I had Siwu last year. Thanks, Kenny Powers. Nagels, do you ever bet on other sports? Of course. I'm a freaking degenerate. I gamble on everything. I try to limit my there's a gambling addiction gene in our blood, in our family. All right, my dad has it, my brother has it. I probably have it. I just haven't gotten into any like serious trouble because of it. Well, I've made some poor choices, but not like bad. But yeah, I bet on other sports. It's hard with the pandemic. A lot of these sports lose their credibility and their juice. So I've been a little light. And I didn't even fill out. I didn't even like the March Madness. I was in a capture pool and I'm in like a Super Bowl box pool. 5-2, by the way. But where I had to pick teams, or I didn't. Normally, I take off the first week of the NCAA tournament. I didn't this year. Josh, shut up. You're not funny. Yeah, I used to bet hockey all the time. But it's not the same. Walker Bueller, Cy Young future. That's the guy for the Dodgers, right? I heard of him. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I wish you luck. Is it Jacob deGrom gonna win the Cy Young again? Probably. I think, Chad, that's a throwback. That's a throwback. I appreciate that. I used to bet horses all the time. The Meadowlands is 10 minutes from my house. I grew up there. Not so much anymore. Now you can just bet on your phone, watch TVG. My boy Steve's a big horse guy. My buddy Seals, big Derby guy. So, I don't know. These things, I don't know what's happened. I don't know if I've just gotten old. Thanks, Charlie. I bet for entertainment to yell at the TV. Steve, you're a degenerate gambler. Don't make it. There's no other way to say it. So, yeah. Gio, yeah, I had the harness track right down the street. And even in college, there was an OTB at Penn National. Spent a lot of, that's not good. It's not good. It's a long time ago. It was 20 years ago. But, yeah, I've had a few days. The Hambletonian. That was like a holiday. Which quarter wins this week? Jessica. Love Jessica. Used to play the Trotters back in the day. Yeah, Charlie, they're fun. Which quarter? Yeah. There's a Say Young Kim. I like her too. I like Say Young Kim, and I like Jessica. Big quarter guy. Yo, the LPGA is coming to Jersey in the fall in like West Caldwell. I will see if I can get over there. I can go say hello. How you doing? Chicks dig me. All right, don't you forget it. All right? Did you talk about Xander being 10K yet? No, I did not. We're not doing a master show tonight. We're doing it next week. But that's irrelevant to me? Am I supposed to be offended by that or happy with that? I don't know. What's offensive is Rom being second in pricing. People are going to figure it out eventually. Eventually, they'll figure it out. JT should be priced higher than John Rahm. I don't understand. But I'm not in charge. Joe Idoni, a handsome fella. Carmine Abbey. Oh, I know that name. That's a trainer or something. What's the lineup? You know what, Joe? I'm going to tell you. I should make you watch the replay, but you know what? We're boys. I like Jordan Spieth. I like Matt Kuchar. How to avoid some chalk there. I like Chris Kirk. I like Doug Gim. That's a lot of chalk. I like Lucas Glover at 2%. And I like Harry Higgs. More chalk. And you're saying, wow, Nagel, that's a real chalky lineup. That's not like you. Yes, I know. And I did a whole thing about it at the beginning of the show. I know you were doing your thing, but that's my thing. All right? Kang is playing the show. I think he would be. Am I coming to the Travelers if fans are allowed? Great question. Maybe. I'll be in California the week before during the U.S. Open. That might be a big ask to come up to the Travelers the week after. I might. We'll see what's going on. Thanks, Joe. It is saucy. All right. Looks like my kind of lineup. Yeah, Chad, definitely. You gotta have a squeamish guy. I listened to your show. I think it was you. You weren't on Kuchar. Man, Kuchar wrote me in with his little post-round interview talking about he was waxing poetic about his coach and how things are like back to normal and he feels great and he owes everything to his coach and he just beat the shit out of Justin Thomas. And I was like, Kuchar, 5% owned, lower priced than Cameron Tringali. Let's fucking go. So we'll see. We'll see. Timmy Tommy Power. No, we might do something for the Travelers. Maybe Charlie will come down. We might get a good group together. We're working on it. I think Augie lives up there and CJ. We might get like a whole contingent of Nagels Bagels up there. I'd be the toast of the town. That'd be fucking sick. I'd be so happy. It'd be really good. I told my daughter. I said I asked her if she wanted to go with me. I said, come on, we'll go up there. Said, we'll meet all 7 of my followers. It'll be fun. All right. G-Man Joe, will you stop talking about the freaking ponies? I know all about it. I always say out here, take a cam chance. That's the horse from the Meadowlands. Take a cam chance. All right? It's not a Ricky week. Oh, DJ versus Nah? Listen, there are certain things in golf that I just don't care about. And people get all bent out of shape, and I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care what Nah did. I don't care what DJ did. I can't even garner a reaction. Who gives a shit? Why would you? I don't care. You know what pissed me off more than anything? Thanks for bringing this up. That's a great question. You know what pissed me off more than anything? All the complaints about the match play, just the tournament in general, and everybody talking about how to change this and change that, and you have to do this, and it should be that, and everybody, nobody is free of not complaining about the match play. Everybody. I love the match play. I would not change a thing. I love the March Madness. I love the Sweet 16. I love the NCAA tournament. All right? Everybody loves the NCAA tournament. Until all their teams lose, then the tournament sucks. And nobody watches the final because nobody cares because their teams are not in it. That is common sports knowledge. That's just the way it goes. The tournament is popular because everybody has a bracket. And then once their bracket is busted, nobody gives a shit unless you're a hardcore college basketball fan. It's the same thing in golf. You have this bracket. It's freaking awesome. You got 16 pods. And you got the best players in the world. And you're trying to create paths. And you get a great Wednesday. Because if you lose the first match, you're freaking screwed. But you're not dead. You're probably screwed. Only 2 guys who lost or halved moved on Wednesday. So Wednesday's like a do or die day. And then Thursday, you got to keep it going. If you lose on Thursday, it's like, oh, God damn it. Then now Friday's at the play. So Wednesday's great. Thursday is great. Friday is freaking awesome. You got all these scenarios. And can my guy get in? I had 6 scenarios where I could have advanced. I lost all 6 of them. So, yeah, it sucked. And then Saturday's a great day. Sweet 16. 16 players. 8 matches. Get down to the Final 4. Saturday's a great day. So what the fuck are you complaining about? Because the final wasn't DJ versus Rom? That's what we're complaining about? You just got fucking 5 days of action, of awesomeness. Everything was great. And then all of a sudden, oh, we got to change the format. We need 32 holes, 36 holes of stroke play, then pare it down. And this should be the Tour Championship. And let's make one major match play. And all these fucking changes. It's 1 fucking week a year. Who cares? The Masters is in 2 weeks. Who gives a shit? Who cares that the field at the Honda sucks? It's 1 week a year. Go to the mall. Hang out with your wife. It's okay. I don't understand all the complaining. Yes, I'm complaining, but I'm complaining about the fucking complainers. It's 1 week, and it's awesome. Wednesday's awesome. Thursday's awesome. Friday is awesome. And then you got the Sweet 16. Saturday is awesome. So, but Sunday, you got Horschel versus Scheffler. The whole thing sucks. Let's just blow the whole thing up. What are we talking about? Who cares? If you don't like the final, don't watch. Hang out with your kid. Do something else. Be productive. Contribute something to society. And then you go on your own podcast and you bitch and you change the formats to a tournament that I fucking love. Because it's freaking impossible and it's hard and golf is hard and that's why it's fun. So no, I had no thoughts on the Nah versus DJ match. But I am sick and tired of people complaining about the match play. Match play is fucking awesome. And if none of these guys at the top seeds, none of them care because the Masters in 2 weeks and they don't want to play 90 holes of golf 2 weeks before the Masters, fine. Use that to your advantage. Do not roster anybody above $9,000 next year. If not, shut the fuck up and roster who you want and root and watch the tournament until your guys lose, because ultimately they're going to lose. That's what happens. All right? I think I've screamed enough about that. All right? Joe, I heard you guys complaining about it. So you're on my list. You don't go, you're not scot-free here. All right. If we won't talk Eckroat. Austin Eckroat. Yeah, it's Ernie Els' nephew. I don't know if anybody mentioned that. I heard a couple of people mention his name and didn't know who he was or why he was here or whatever. That's Ernie Els' nephew. Well, fun fact. I don't know if he's a Texas guy, though. I don't think he's a Texas. He might. Oh, wait. Oh, I think he's in Arizona. I think he goes to Arizona. Hi, Ange. How are you? Yeah. Well, you should be used to that. Nice to see you, Ange. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. All right. All right. I'm really going to go. I want to post the replay, and maybe some people will watch the replay. All right. Oh, thanks, Maroon. I'm sweating like crazy. You guys get me fired up, man. Fired up. All right. I've been staring at Chad's picture for 20 minutes. Yes. Yes, we can get Chad off the screen. Josh, appreciate it. And good luck to your brother this week. Monday qualified. All right? You too, Ange. Have a good night. Thanks for saying hi. All right, guys. I'm going to go. If you're on Twitter, just retweet the show. Say something nice. And subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube. Please. Just because. I want it. Just because. That would be helpful. You want to help me? You want to do me a favor? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right? I'm going to go. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys next week. I hear it's a pretty big tournament. Fucking pumped. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. End broadcast. Any new comments? Let me see. Bye, Joe. Bye, Gio. Thank you. I hope so, Timmy Tommy Power. All right. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.